Hey everyone, in this video I want to share with you a mindset that is pretty much a cheat code for dating, and it's to approach dating with this mentality of really desiring the other person because you're attracted to them, right? But simultaneously being comfortable with losing them. This is a really powerful place to be because one, you're being authentic about your feelings, your desire for the other person. You're not hiding that and playing stupid games. So you are comfortable expressing the way you feel about the other person. But at the same time, you don't need them in your life to be happy. You're comfortable with losing them. That is a powerful place to be. And when you really get down to it, that's the ideal for where we should all approach dating. The way we all should be, because then you're being authentic, but at the same time your life is good enough on its own that you don't need this other person to make it amazing. You can do that by yourself. So in a way, from that perspective, you're more so inviting the other person into your life to help enhance it, but not because you want them to make you happy, to be responsible for your happiness and fulfillment and life satisfaction. No, more so you already got that covered on your own, and they're just kind of going to come into your life and make things slightly better, or hopefully better to a great extent, but yet again, they're not going to be the sole source of your life being great. You'll have that covered. So this is it's one of the things that I've learned that's really the ideal way to approach dating. So this is something to work on, and the way you can get there is to really practice self-love, because that is pretty much the requirement for being able to approach dating from that perspective of being comfortable with losing someone. Because most people aren't comfortable with losing someone they're really attracted to or someone they really like, because they have those feelings of loneliness and they want to basically how do I put it? They basically want to grab people and hold on to them when they like them. They don't want to let that person go. So you really need to work on your self-love and get to a place where you're comfortable and happy being on your own, where you don't feel lonely all that often. Sure, you'll still occasionally feel lonely, but if you're making decisions based off loneliness, that's horrible. If you feel lonely from time to time, that's fine, so long as you don't use it to jump into a relationship with the first person to come along and show interest in you. So really work on practicing self-love, on being able to be like your own friend so that you can enjoy your own company and be happy on your own. Because being happy on your own is a prerequisite for not needing someone in your life to make you happy. Do you follow? Hopefully you understand the logic here, because that really is the most important thing for making your dating life amazing. You need to love yourself and enjoy your life on your own first and foremost. And then you just invite the people that you like into your journey. You kind of help them enhance things. Like you already have built the cake and made it really incredible and amazing. The other person is just going to be the cherry on top of the already delicious cake. They're just going to enhance it, but they're not going to be the one building the cake for you. You will already have it made. Hopefully that analogy works here. So hopefully you can follow what I'm getting at. But I've talked about this a lot with people that are close to me, because I love dating and relationships. They're like one of the things I'm most passionate about, which makes sense for all the videos I've made on them. But I really love this concept because, as I said earlier, it's just something I've learned that's kind of like the epitome of dating, the ideal, the height that we should all aspire to achieve. Because it really is a powerful place to approach dating. You're being completely authentic, where I said earlier, you really desire the other person, so you're not hiding your feelings for them at all, but you're comfortable losing them. It's just an incredible way to approach dating. And I've even had some people, when I've talked with this concept to them, they kind of bring up like, hey Josh, if you really like someone, how can you be comfortable with losing them? Wouldn't you want to keep them in your life? And I understand that question, but you can balance both, because it's kind of, I guess a good way of putting it, a good analogy would be kind of like when you admire the beauty of a flower. You can admire that beauty from afar and have no desire to possess it, meaning to pluck that flower and take it along with you. Because if you do pluck the flower, sure, it's still beautiful, but now the beauty only lasts for a set amount of time before the flower is going to die, because you've robbed it of its source of life, being connected to the ground. So isn't it better to just admire that beauty, to not want to possess it, to just admire the flower from afar and go, wow, that's an incredible thing in front of me, a piece of nature that is very beautiful. But you don't feel the need to pluck it and make it your own. That's kind of, this may not be the best analogy, but that's kind of what this is like, where you can really admire someone and hope that they'll want to stay in your life for a while, but you don't feel a need to try to make them stay, to try to hold on to them, to develop an unhealthy attachment to them where you need them in your life to be happy and fulfilled. So it's kind of like that, where you just admire them and you're hoping by their own choice they will choose you, but you're comfortable with the reality that they may not do so. So that's the way to approach dating, to really want the people you're interested in, but to be okay with them not wanting you, or to be okay with losing them. I know it's kind of like a counterintuitive thing to think about, but it really is something we should all aspire to implement in our dating lives, because it truly will make you have a better go of dating, for sure, because you're going to lose your attachments to people, which that trips so many people up, where they want to like lock someone down. Even think about the cliches that we use for that, like locking someone down. Like really, the thought that comes to mind there is like you're trying to put them in a cage so they're your own, like you're catching a wild animal so it can't run away from you anymore. Like that's just, it's kind of dumb how we think of dating in those ways. And even the cliches are kind of messed up, and it's all about possessing someone. So just let go of that. Rather than trying to lock someone down and throwing a cage over them, just think about it like this. Your life is so great. You hopefully are a great person that you'll just naturally attract them into your life. And if they want to, they will stick with you. So there you go. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Just this awesome concept of both really desiring the people you're interested in, but being comfortable with losing them simultaneously. Just a great way to approach dating, and I truly hope that I've conveyed it well enough. Since I don't use scripts in my videos, every take tends to be a bit different, but I hope that this one is enough for you all to understand. But if not, then feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below, or I may even try to make a follow-up video, because yeah, this really is something that all of us should understand and try to implement. So yeah, I'm starting to repeat myself at this point, so I will end the video here. But I truly hope you enjoyed this one, and if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci!